gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet. Hi, guys.
Stop laughing.
We'll get started shortly. My apologies. Happy Monday. Hi, guys. Happy Monday. I am actually quite happy. I do apologize earlier. I don't know how I hit the live button ahead of time, and it just, it was just, yeah. Anywho, happy Monday, everyone. I am Omara Lee, your life coach, in case you didn't know it. You are tuning in to My Mending Monday, where I help you make Monday your best day of the week. Yes, even including weekends when you don't have to go to work, Monday can still be the best day. So I got to tell you guys about my day. I am really hoping to get much dialogue from you all today because excuse me. Uh-oh, guys, hold on one second. Let me see. If you're in the room, say hello to me. Let me see. I know I see people. Are my comments blocked? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hey, Marty Mark. You've been looking handsome, Mr. Man. I don't know where you at. Where my girl Shimmy at? I've been seeing you all your postings. Okay, so I got to tell you guys about why I am so excited. Okay. Today started off like why? Just absolutely why. I got up early as usual and starting my day, and hi love. And I knew I had an appointment today. I thought I would have enough time to just get the paperwork done before going to the dentist, and all these other things was going on. And the day just had a different plan for me. It just really did. Staff was late. Uh, Paperwork. I was literally doing my paperwork at the stoplight. Like, didn't have time to get my paperwork done. Hubby, being as awesome as he is, he's like, I'll come back and then you can just go. And I didn't want him to be late. So I decided I'm going to take the L if I have to. And I just made up in my mind, if I have to reschedule, I have to reschedule. And that attitude, that one decision just kind of snowballed into like my whole day. And it's just been a good day. And it's not because good things happen. Nope. So I got to the dentist. And when I got to the dentist, I was told I have like minimal cartilage left in my jaw. So anybody who has TMJ or knows anything about TMJ, can be very painful, which makes it very difficult to eat. So what happens is that my jaw literally pops out of socket and then goes back into the socket and pops out. And it happens sometimes, most of the time when I'm eating, which is like bah humbug because I love to eat. So I got to the dentist and I was hoping that maybe it was going to be better than what it was. No, not at all. But guess what? I was like, okay, I get it. I accept it. I've done some things that cause my jaw to be out of line. And so I said, step outside of it. Let's look at it. I'm going to have like some kind of surgery where they kind of cut right here and go in with the scope. And yeah. But I'm like, okay, I'll deal with all the emotion of it later. Right now, just take it as information. Went on with my day and still happy, still just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Got to the store. It was, I mean, I can go on and on and on, but what I want you to get out of what I'm saying is the first thing that happened today would have years ago derailed everything. I mean, everything would have just been like this. But making that one choice to say, it's okay, just turned my whole day around. And this has left me still being excited at 6 o'clock in the evening. Okay. So today I want to talk about, again, reversing the ratio. Okay. So I know that we've had some conversations. We've talked about some things. People have talked about diagnosis that they've gotten. People have talked about having issues with their loved ones or people who are close to them, making that list of unacceptable things. And I want to hear from you. I want to know, how has everything been going for you? Have you been trying to change the mindset and telling yourself positive things? And I know I'm reminded of, I wish Teray was here to pull it up for you, but there was on Saturday Night Live, there used to be, I forget what the actor's name is, or even what the character's name was, but he would look in the mirror and he would say, I'm kind, I'm nice, and darn it, people like me, and he would do like this self-talk, and it was just so funny. It was in the 80s, and it was when they were talking about positive talk and how it could change your mind. We know now that that actually works. So what have you been doing to kind of reverse the ratio? What have you been doing to change the way you see things, change from half empty to half full, changing from, the sky is falling to, man, look at the sun, look at the clouds, whatever it is? What have you been doing to change the way you see things, the way, the outcome of things? And has it been working? And so that's my question. If you are, looking in, or you can't, type in or whatever. Just try to find a way to communicate with me. I want to know if it's been working because I am a living example that it works, you know. And then today it just was such a blessing because I was reminded, like, yeah, that's all you got to do is just make up in your mind today's going to be a good day. So my husband has this saying, and he always says, today's going to be a good day. Why? Because you're going to make it one. And he would tell my children that every day they had to say it. He would say, today's going to be a good day. Why? And they had to say back, because I'm going to make it one. And literally, if you do that, that can change everything. So let's see, Marlon, you said focusing on my kids and grandchildren. So, if you, that's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. You focus on those who you love, and I'm assuming that by focusing on them and the love that you have for them, they encourage you to keep going. They encourage you to move forward, and so that's good. That's good. Phil, you have something that you're doing that's working, that's helping you to reverse that ratio. If you're listening in or if you're just coming in, I'm just discussing how positive talk really works if you work it, you know. If you are putting your best foot forward and you're deciding to see things a certain way. Because even when someone can be completely out of pocket, somebody can be completely cantankerous, just really just going there, it's always about a choice on how you perceive what's happening, how you perceive the particular event can make or break a situation. So let's see. Selena said, things change when I try to see people the way God sees them. Ah, okay. Okay. So I'm assuming here that you're talking about when people interacting with people can seem to um, change your day or alter your personality based on how the interaction goes. And in that case, then yeah, I could see how trying to see them the way God sees them allows you to have a little bit more empathy, be a little bit slow to anger, you know, being a little bit slow to or more careful with your words. And that's also an awesome tool, an awesome tool. Um, I love that you guys are talking back to me because I'm serious. I'm like, I don't know why I'm way up here, but it feels good. And I'm just, yeah, I'm glad. And I know that it's because of the way I decided to attack my day. So replace any negative thoughts with a positive thought immediately. Ah, you got tricky. He got tricky with us, guys. Replace any negative thoughts with a positive thought immediately. That's a good one because I know that sometimes when we allow things to rent space and begin to ruminate on it, then that negativity grows just like a snowball, just like positivity can grow like a snowball. I know that I am a no excuse person. I am not the best when it comes to people giving me excuses. But I've also, well, I'm not the best when people give me excuses, and I've learned to excuse people. So, meaning that if you, like today, I had a decision to make, and I was adamant that this was going to happen because um, it was necessary. And at least I thought it was necessary. But by me choosing to see things in a positive light, to see things from another perspective, I made a different choice. Doesn't mean that the first choice was a bad one. It just means that the second one was better because it was laced with grace and mercy, um, and it was because I was already in that mindset. And because that was my mindset, I started seeing things from that perspective. And so when you get that negative thought, if you just go with the maybe, perhaps. And you guys know how I love maybes and perhaps, because in the maybe, in the perhaps, there's room for growth. There's room for healing. There's room for thought. You have time to think in that maybe, in that perhaps. And so, excuse me, when Phil is talking about replacing that negative thought immediately. It's like if a seed is thrown, it hits the ground, you pick it up immediately. It doesn't have time to get into the soil real good, germinate and start bringing up more negative thoughts. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see, Cheyenne. Hi, Shy. So what keeps me going is I remind myself that I'm designed to be great, and to be great, sometimes that requires shy. I love it. Yes. Yes, it is effectual, and it is necessary change. Absolutely. And change is not a comfortable. Some people absolutely hate change. It's just very, very uncomfortable. But change is necessary, because even if you're growing, you're changing. And I wonder if people really look at it that way. That in order to grow, you have to change. It is, and when you change, you're growing, and it kind of it goes together. I know a lot of people don't like to change. It's scary. It's very uncomfortable. You know what you know, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it's hurting you. It's what you know. Even if when you're in a relationship that's not growing, and or a relationship that's not kind of what you wanted it to be, or the way you thought it would be or imagined it would be, it's what you know. So you kind of get comfortable in it because it's what you know. But there's so much more, and there's better, and there's bigger, and there's these areas that haven't even been tapped into yet, but they require change. It requires change. And I love the way she put that. She said, I am designed to be great, created to dominate. I threw that part in. And in order to do that, it requires change. Awesome. So that is what's pushing. I'm hoping that's what you mean, Shai, that's what's pushing you to keep going. That's what pushes you to keep reaching for the mark, even though it's so high. That's what keeps you motivated, is because in order to be great, you're going to have to change. And by changing, you become great. So I love it. I love it. Wow. Yeah, always remembering the things that God has rescued us from, putting ourselves in the position of understanding and humility. These are awesome, awesome tools, guys, to be humble, to allow yourself to be placed in somebody else's shoes. We can never really, truly, ever understand what someone else has gone through. We can get close, but we can never truly understand what someone has gone through or is going through. But if we allow ourselves to just take a gander over to where they live, and to pick up their binoculars and see it as they see it, it doesn't always eradicate what was said or what was done. It doesn't always erase it or change it. But what it does do is it gives you a different light, a different perspective. And in that, allows you to gain some empathy for them, or apathy, whichever one, to be able to say, wow, okay, I can understand why, you know, and in that why then comes the heart. The heart opens because we're like, I see. I see. Awesome, guys. I love it. And then Selena said, hurt people. And that's her take many times, right? It's the why. It's the why factor. Why is this person so upset? Why are they so angry? All I said was, and then putting yourself in the position as a helper, you know, I don't know why. And then taking that next step that says, but maybe I can be a little light, maybe not necessarily to convert anybody but just to give them a different perspective. Maybe if I don't respond with the same energy, that will be a sign that, hey, I'm good. You can bring it down. You can bring it down. A lot of times we match each other's energy because one is speaking angrily, and so we got to match that energy because of all the triggers and all the buttons that's been pushed in us. But what if we decided to help them reverse their ratio? Help them. You know what? You seem so upset today. And usually you're not like that. Usually you're so calm and mellow and level headed. Is there something that I said? Is there some, just in putting that piece out there and saying, giving them all those positives instead of being like, whoa, hold up. Why you all, bring it, we match their energy, which then becomes like a self-fulfilled prophecy, because whatever they thought you thought, or whatever perspective they thought you were coming from, because you matched their energy, even if you didn't, because the energy is now matched, they're like, that's exactly what I thought. I knew that's what you meant. But by saying, okay, let me remind you of what I see in you, like how Selena was saying, to give them a different perspective, that to see them as God sees them. So when you remind them of what you see in them, then they're like, oh, yeah, wait a minute. Your energy's low. Your energy is love. You pulling all that stuff out, and you're just like, hey, this is not you. This is not you. I know, because last time, reminding them, giving them these things called touchstones. And I want to talk about that tonight. Touchstones. They are very, very important in our journey. They're very important in our walk. To have those things, those instances, those W's, if you will, that are now touchstones that you can go back and physically and touch them, either with your mind or even physically rubbing a stone that reminds you of something. Oh, guys, I cannot wait until we get on to my YouTube channel. Let me just stop to do a little plug real quick. So my YouTube channel will be coming in May, and I'm excited about it because I'll be doing more of a teaching style. And it is going to be, I hope that I will be able to do a lot of projects. There are things that I use, things that I have used in the past that has helped me get this together. And in those projects, one of them is a touchstone, to actually have stones that you write your victories on. And then when you start feeling defeated, you pick them up and you rub it. It's something about reminding yourself. You're triggering your mind to remember who you are, not your behavior right now, but who you are. Sometimes you write down that success, that W you got. Then when you got to do something else and you're fearful, you can just rub it. Close your eyes and just sit and quiet for a minute, remembering that W, remembering that thing that you did that you won at, and the mind will actually take you back to that moment. You will begin to experience that same emotion, them same endorphins, all those hormones start going through all over again. And then you will become energized and just like you did when you got the win. It's so awesome how God made our brains. It's so awesome how our minds not only store events, but our bodies actually store the emotion and the feelings that we had when we did that. It's so amazingly effective. And I can't wait until we get into those type of things. Right now, we're talking about the tools that we've been using to reverse the ratio, guys. If you're just coming in, don't forget to say hello to me. If you guys are with me, I just want to celebrate you guys today. I really, really do. I wish you guys I could hear you audibly. But I can't. So just continue to talk to me because I want to see how you guys are doing. I feel so great, and I want to make sure you guys have been using the tools, that you're understanding the things that we have been discussing, that you've been applying them, that you've been trying them. If they're not working, I want to hear that too. If you say, hey, that's stepping outside of yourself, because someone did. Someone did contact me and say that, that whole thing about stepping outside of yourself and then looking back at yourself, that's hard. That's hard. And that's me being nice about it. The way they said it was not, they weren't mean to me, but there was a lot of other words used in that. But I get it, and I was able to go a little bit more in depth on that. So if there isn't, maybe I will do that once a month, just kind of going into Q&A, things that you guys have heard or you've tried and it's not quite working. And you're like, okay, how do I actually do this thing? I tried it here. It didn't work. And I'll have to think about that. I got to put that think about that. But let's see. Wow, Lisa, you got this thing to work. Hello, Miss Morris. She was having a hard time, guys, being able to get in and speak her truth. And so I'm so glad to see her tonight. Let me see what she said. It's kind of long, so I'm going to read it and then paraphrase it. All right. So she was using the analogy of a butterfly and how we're changing every second of our lives, every moment to the next moment is change. And how our body cells are always changing, regenerating their new cells, and how when she looks at a caterpillar going through his stages, how painful, it looks, and how similar it is to our lives, that we're constantly changing. And sometimes that change also can be painful. And I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I was taught that noun is anywhere between 3 and 5 seconds. So when you have now, 3 to 5 seconds, my now just changed 3 or 5 seconds ago. And then by the time I'm done saying this sentence, my now will be changed 3 or 5 seconds ago. So every time we take in a breath, blink our eye, people even say that in a blink of an eye, all of a sudden, and then suddenly, because things are constantly changing, and that is the way we are supposed to be, and that is the way we are. We're constantly changing. Whether you're moving forward or you're moving backwards, you're still changing. And the idea is to steer the boat into the direction that you want to change, because that's the power that we have. We are always created. We're created to dominate. And so we have the ability to steer the boat in whatever direction that we're trying to go in. We're steering it. And even though the waters can get tumultuous, even though there's big rocks, even though there may be a cliff, we can still steer that thing that's just, it's based on our choices. It's on how we perceive it, you know? And so, yes, we are always constantly changing. Let's thank you, Lisa. She said, I love my energy and my advice. Thank you. I appreciate that. And she also says she loves the touchstones. Oh, yes. I can't even, they are amazing when you actually, it's something about, you can write it down, you know, write your victories down. You can have them like in like little stickies or post it, but it's something about when you put it on something tangible and you begin to literally, I mean, it's just amazing. It really is, to remind yourself of the things that you've done, the victories that you've won. It's just, it does wonders for the psyche. It really does. And the connection between mind and body, when your body starts feeling that thing all over again, you know, it's a positive spin. It's like we were talking about reversing the ratio. Um, the same way you can think of something negative that happened to you and instantly become sad, or instantly become angry, instantly start feeling defeated, instantly start feeling like you're out of control, feeling like the whole world is against you, and how that ball start rolling real quick, like, because your body is re-experiencing it all over again. And so it's pushing out all that negative energy, the same energy from the beginning. So if you reverse that ratio and start reminding yourself of all the W's, all of the wins, then it's going to catapult you in the same way into the future, into positive mindset, to where you're thinking positively, you're behaving positively, and it's beginning to come back to you, just like the corridor principle. I know I thought I throw a lot of things out at you guys, but just if you go back and look at it again, you're like, the what principle? But it's similar to the corridor principle, where what's inside of you, you draw to you. So if you're constantly rehearsing those positive thoughts, constantly using those touchstones, constantly doing that mirror talk we discussed, where you're looking in the mirror and you're telling yourself, hey, you know, you were designed for greatness. And so even though you may not like this right now, let's get it in, because change is necessary in order for you to become who you've already been. When you keep doing those things, you will literally start drawing positivity towards you. You'll start drawing people towards you that have the same mindset. It's something about the genetic makeup or what's happening in the spirit realm. I don't know, but it literally, I know people who say, I don't know why I always end up with the same kind of guy. I always end up with the same kind of girls. I always have my friends are always. It's because there is something in us that is drawing, that's calling out, that's saying, I have something similar to you. And I know that sucks to hear. And I purposely am not going deep today. I am purposely not going there, because I just want to celebrate you guys. And I want you guys to celebrate yourselves, just being in that mode of celebration, of reminding yourself of all of the good things that you have done, all of the good things, all of the times that you've won, because as you start getting ready to make that transition from not just being a hearer, from hearing everything I've been saying on Mondays, but actually doing it. I know a lot of you have been listening. You come in, you watch on the replay, and you're like, yeah, I agree. But then turn right back around and struggle the rest of the week because you forgot to apply. And I know how that is. That was me. That was me. It sounded good, but to actually do it on a consistent basis, man, that was hard, because I had been rehearsing so much negativity for so long that it was like, yeah, that might have worked for her, but her life's not my life. She didn't go through what I went through. So it becomes this thing where it almost becomes an impossibility. And so um, So when you're looking at that and you're trying to um push yourself past your comfort zone, push yourself past what you even believe you're capable of doing, then you're going to need those touchstones. You're going to need those W's. Okay, so I'm just trying to. I want you to say it. I want you to hear yourself. So I want to hear some wins. If it wasn't this last week, or maybe over the weekend, or if it wasn't today, just think of a win. And I want to hear you say it. I want to hear you say, hey, I won today. I did X, Y, and Z, or I drank water today. I went for a walk today. I parked further away from the grocery store today. I put on makeup today. I got out of bed today. I don't know. I wanted to call off work, but I went anyway today. Whatever it is, I got angry and I was able to calm myself down quicker than I did last time. That's a W. That's a win. If you're just now coming in, please don't hesitate to say hello to me. Let me know who you are. We are talking about reversing the ratio and how that one negative needs so many positives in order to erase it. So the things that we've been telling ourselves, or we've allowed people to hear, has kind of become this part of who we are. And now we are fighting back for ourselves. We're pushing back. We're pushing against the ratio. We're pushing against the thoughts, against the things that we've been doing. And we're claiming our W's. We're realizing that we're stronger, that we're more powerful, that we're wiser than we were last time. We don't fall for the same things that we used to fall for. Let me see. Hey, yo. Oh, okay. This shout out is for somebody else. Miss Lisa. You have someone who knows you, and she was saying hello and that she loves you. So there goes. So that's a win. That's a win, Lisa. You have someone who loves you and has a good memory of you. All right. So let's see. So let's see. Her W. She finally got to fix her car last Friday. Woo woo. And so what made that a W, Shy? Did you have to like work extra hours? Did you have to save? Did you have to push back on some things you wanted to do in order to be able to get your car fixed? Give me some more deets. I love it. Hey, Niecy. Guys, that's my god niece. Yeah, it's twofold. So let's see. I got a bunch of tasks done on my list and I drank some water. Good job. Yes. Kudos, 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 kudos. All right. Yeah, I know how those tasks can be. You make the list that makes a list for the list that you made the list. And if you're able to get one or two things done on that list, then you're doing good. You winning. Say something, Yolanda. The list that make the list for the list. So when you finish that list, you can get back to that other list. Yeah. To do lists are hard, but awesome. Awesome. She said she didn't want to leave the house, but she did it anyway. Yeah, I went to the grocery store today and I loathe grocery shopping. But I did. I went to the store, did what I had to do, filled up my tank. I did some things today that I don't normally like to do, but I did them. So that's my W too. Absolutely. All right, let's see. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait. Let's see this one first. I won my first meet. Okay, guys, if you guys don't know about this young lady right here, Miss Longmire is a track runner, and she is phenomenal. She does long jump, and she has broke so many records. And she, wait, what? Hey, you guys help me out by saying congratulations to Destiny. She says she is first in the nation. Okay, wait a minute. Now, I don't even have I don't know, I don't have no drums. I need somebody to she didn't say she's first in the state. No. She didn't say she's first in the state. She didn't say she's first in the city. Okay? She didn't say, she's first in the county. Okay? She said she's first in the nation. Like one nation under God. She's first. You Congratulations. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of you. Now that's a win. That's a win too. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys. Yes, cheer her on in the nation. My goodness. Man, niece, I hope you're feeling all this love. I really do. I hope you're feeling all this love. You have a question. They want to know, what did you jump? What was the distance? What was the distance? Yes, I am loving it. You guys are so awesome. So awesome. Yes. Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let me see. What's the other W? Why she give us that information? Lisa says her W is increasing self-care and taking care of Lisa mentally, spiritually, and physically. That is absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Self-care. And I know her. She's a giver. She's a giver. And it's so hard for givers to take care of themselves. So hard for givers to take care of themselves. And when you take that moment to really realize how important you are, as well as those who you have made important, your whole life will change. The whole outlook of things will change, because if you're down, everybody's down. And so kudos, good job, good job, good job. So let's see, Destiny responded. If you guys are with me, if you guys are enjoying this, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me the thumbs up. I still want to hear some more W's, because I know you guys got some. I can give you all of mine, because I stay winning only because only because I refuse. I'm gonna get in 24 hours. I'm gonna make sure I get a whole bunch of W's, because I just have to. I have to. It's so important to my self-care. Yo says self-care is always a win. Yes, 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 yes. It's always a win. If you take some time, I started reading a book. I'll do like 3 chapters a day. And it's for you guys. I'm always learning. I always try to keep myself up and abreast on all the new things, but also because I love to learn, and it helps me. And the stronger and better I am, then the stronger I can help you be. I can always, put more things out there for you guys. So I hadn't been reading as much as I used to. And so, my husband was telling me, you gotta start reading again. You gotta read. I'm like, I know, but I got Audible. Why can't they just read it to me? But and which is good. If you have Audible and you're able to get, still get some things in, use it. For me, I just like to see it and highlight and write in the columns, and things just come to me as I'm reading. Just actually having the book. So Audible, I do both, but I started reading, and that's my new ode challenge now is just to read more and to learn more and always just leveling up. Did Destiny get back to us and let us know? Oh, she did. Let me see. What? Who jumps that far? She jumped 21 feet and 7 inches. 21 feet and 7 inches. So that's like, let's see. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's a lot. How many people is that laying down holding holding ankles? You figure because I'm like almost 6 feet. That's like, yeah, that's like three 6 feet people holding ankles, and she cleared them. Wow, Des, that's amazing. That is amazing. Good job, good job, good job. She said, you got to always find a W in your life. Never allow your living to be in vain. Is my living in vain? Don't get me started because y'all don't know. I think I'm like, I mean, like the acoustics in my bathroom. Mm-mm. Y'all don't even know. Don't get me started singing. Let me see. Absolutely. I love it. No, life is supposed to be lived and experienced, you know? I think I had actually made a banner for that today. Did I? I thought I did. No, apparently I didn't. But yes, life was meant to be lived and experienced, you know? Every moment, uh, optimizing every moment, you know, what am I going to do in each moment that I'm given? You know, making those choices again that help us make other choices. You know, deciding, okay, what am I going to do in this moment? Is there a way that I can get a W without having to step on somebody else to win? I'm gonna repeat that. Let me rewind. Okay, I can't do it. But getting a W, how can I win without stepping on somebody else to get it? How can we both win? How can we both elevate? And right now, I'm telling y'all, something is shifting. Something is shifting, is shifting, is shifting, is shifting, is shifting. It's time for everybody to level up. Okay, I said I wasn't going to go deep, but here we go. It's time for everybody to level up. Where you've been is no longer valid to where you need to go. It's time to level up. I wish somebody could come up behind me and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just level up. Seriously. It's time. It's time. Wherever you have been, whatever you have been shown, and I'm going to say this. So I really want you guys to pay attention. I don't know if I can get closer. Whatever you have been shown in your life, I'm talking about dreams, I'm talking about aspirations, I'm talking about visions, I'm talking about whatever you have been shown in your life. It's time. It's time to level up. That means change. Cheyenne, let me see if I can find your comments because I think I'm going to keep it up there for the duration that I'm on here until y'all get tired of it or memorize it or something. I want us all to get it. She said, what keeps me going is I remind myself that I'm designed to be great. And to be great, sometimes that requires change. It's going to always require change. It's time to level up. The thing that you've been afraid to do, that ain't going to work. It's not. We got to do it scared. There's that show that the series of unfortunate events my children had me watching. This thing that this little girl said stayed with me and is still with me. She said her mother told her, do the scary thing first and then be scared later. What? Do the scary thing first and then be scared later. And I first heard it, my spirit understood it. Because I was like, whoo, yeah. But then my mind was like, what? Do the scary thing first and then be scared later. And it was like, I get it. You see it, you realize that it's possibly something that's not going to turn out right, but you don't have time to be basking in the emotion of it. Do the scary thing first. You see that it's scary, but the emotion of you being scared, that has that can't be a part of what you're doing right now. I see that it's scary. I acknowledge it. I accept that it's there. I'm scared. I see that it's there. It's scary. So I'm not that I'm scared. It's scary. So it's over there. I see it. There's something I want to do, but it's over there because it's scary. But I can't afford to be scared right now. I can't afford to allow myself to become so afraid that I don't push, that I don't change, that I don't level up, that I don't go the distance, that I don't push back. I have to be scared later. And then as I was thinking about it, I was like, well, after it's done, then there's no need to be scared. Exactly. Fear, you never experience it. Because even if you have to tell yourself, okay, we're going to go forward. It's scary, I know, but we're going to do it. And I promise you, okay, emotions, I promise you, when we're done, you get to be scared. I will let you be scared. Tell yourself that. Okay, let's just do it. And then we'll be scared later. Can you imagine what that would be like? You would be doing things in leaps and bounds and never experience the fear that thing tries to impose. If you guys understand me, give me a thumbs up. And I know I said I wasn't going to go deep, but it just needed to be said. It's time to level up. Whatever that visions, dreams, ideas, whatever those things are that you've been given, it's time. It's time to get it. It's time to push. It's time to dig deeper. It's time to get that credit under control so that you can go buy that house, that building, start that company, go get your business name, fill out the application for school, go ahead and it's time. It's time. Put in the letter of resignation and go ahead and go for the job, the other job that's been offered. Take it. It's time. It's time. It's time to make that spouse a wife or a husband. It's time. It's time to level up because there is a change that is going on. I feel it as if the same way I feel my hand. There's a change, and it's all starting here. It's all starting here. If you can just get it in your mind to just move. If you can get it in your mind, if there's only one thing you can remember is I'm created to dominate. I was created to dominate. I can dominate. I dominate everything I do. I'm moving forward. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Do it. And then be scared later. Do the scary thing first. Be scared later. And you watch that power that's in you. The whole time you're moving forward, take your touchstones with you. Take those W's with you. Get friends that speak the same language you do, that's telling you about your W's. So when you get ready to turn around and go back, they're pushing you forward because they know your W's. A lot of times we're so afraid to to speak of our greatness because people don't think I think I'm all that. Well, you should because you are. I don't want to say this. I don't want to say that. I don't want people to think that I'm changing, that I'm becoming, too big for my britches. No, you change. You're changing. And you've accepted this positive change, which is now bringing more change to you so that you can continue to change. And so that's the cycle that you're on. Get people with the same cycle, get people who speak the same language, get people that's going with you in the same direction that won't let you turn back, that will see you get stagnant and then knock on your door and say, well, what's going on? I have to give a shout out tonight to my little big brother Marlon. I got to give a shout out tonight to him. When I first started Instagram, it was scary because I had never done this before. And I started doing it, and then I don't know. And either he called me, or I saw him. I can't remember, but we ended up having a conversation, and he asked me, he said, well, what happened? I was looking forward to hearing from you. When I would get off work, I would listen to you. And then you just stopped. He pushed me. Marlon, you pushed me. And I never got a chance to tell you thank you, but I thank you so, so much for pushing me, for saying, you got to get back on it. You got to get back on it. And it still took me a couple of weeks because remember, it was scary. But I came back. And my Mending Mondays wouldn't even be here had he not pushed me. And he did. And I'm so grateful for that. Because now I'm able to do so much more. And I don't have that same fear that tried to stop me when I was only doing Instagram. Now I can post on Instagram. Now I can do Facebook Lives. I'm starting my YouTube channel. I'm going to be eventually, don't quote me, it is going to happen, but eventually I'll be doing my blogs, podcasts, who knows? But it's because you pushed me. And I thank you for that. I truly, truly do. You need people who see things in you that's positive and they push you. They don't push back. It's time to level up. Stop putting your knee, your ankles into the dirt. You pushing back, you holding on to stuff. You don't want no. It's time to let those people who's been put in your life to push you forward go forward. Go forward. Go forward. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear why and hows and the I don't, it don't matter. Go forward. It's time for us to level up. With the businesses that I have, I got another one brewing. I got another one brewing because I need all the streams to be bringing in income. And I believe that for each and every one of you, that you should always have more than one stream of income. One day when all my streams are fluid and it's wonderful, I'm going to start a whole class on that, on how to keep all the streams moving, because we're not supposed to be at a loss or a deficit ever. So if your job lets you go, it's all good because I got my other business going. If that business dries up, it's all good. I got the other business going. Never at the mercy of anyone. We're created to dominate, which means all the cheese, all the cheese. Okay. So I hope that it was okay that we didn't go into another deep topic tonight. I just really, really wanted to encourage everybody. I wanted you guys to tell me your wins. I wanted to hear your wins. We got to get used to saying them. We got to get used to telling people, the things that we do. because it's the corridor principle. The more we say the things that we're doing, the more we rehearse it, our brain hears it, our body experiences all over again. It exudes all of this positive energy, and all of that stuff comes back to us. You start getting people saying, hey, you know what, you remind me of that, and boom, a conversation is opened up, and now you got another contact. Now you got another business proposition. Now you got another idea. Now you got another whatever it is that you've been looking for. That stuff starts to come to you. But if you're not moving, it's spending too much time trying to find you. And I'm not saying, yeah, I understand the spiritual realm, that what God has for you is for you, but I also believe that can be prolonged. It will get to you, but run to it. Run to it. Put yourself out there. Be scared later. Do the scary thing first, then be scared later. I'm hoping that everybody will get touchstones. If you guys are okay, if it was, we'll get deep next week. Next week we have a special guest. Let me just remember to say that will be joining me. It's not Teray, but it is someone else who is going to be joining me. She is not a therapist. She is not a life coach. She is one of you, just like one of you, and she wants to tell her story. She wants to tell her journey, and I'm so excited. I'm so proud of her. She's just an amazing person. The things that she's been through and has overcome has just been tremendous. She truly has been kept, and so I'm really excited about that for next week. Again, if I know that this, sometimes I say things and we only have an hour. So if there is anything that you maybe wanted to go into more depth about that we did not get a chance to discuss, you can always reach me on my website, or you can just call to my number and get your free 30-minute consultation. I always got to plug that in. Because even though I'm here for you, I'm also here for me. We work together. But you can go ahead and get your 30-minute free consultation, become a client. Let's walk this journey together. If not, I am always extremely blessed when you guys come into the room. I thank you guys. I mean, the more you guys talk to me, the more I get to talk to you. And I love it. Continue to get those W's. Check me out on Instagram as well. Same name, Omar Ali. And I will be back here next Monday from 6 to 7 on my Mindy Mondays. Bye, guys.